Hey folks, this is Monk, and we are back with another episode of From the Canopy Film Show. And I'm joined as always with my co-host Cornelius, aka Evil Corny.
Hey, what's
How's it
up?
going? Hey, good man. Trying to get into this holiday spirit, but this
Yeah,
pockets is
Christmas is
on low
next.
right now. Woo!
Christmas is actually next week, and I didn't. It's
Yeah, it's right up on us. Good. Dang, that is next week. Well, we got a different kind of joy to spread today. We're going to be talking about some of these movies that we've seen that are out right now. And the first one I'm going to start off with is a film called It Ends. And I got word of this, I've just been seeing buzz online about this film. It's directed by Alex Ulam. In this film, friends on a late night food run become trapped on an infinite highway with otherworldly terrors lurking beyond. Finding their Jeep Cherokee, they must decide whether to accept their fate or attempt escape. And this film is pretty cool. Small cast. We've got Akira Jackson, Phineas Yoon, Noah Toth, and Mitchell Cole. These are the four friends that are in this car. And it's just like it says, man. They start off, we got them in the car. I guess they're making a fool run. No, they're young kids, probably college age, and they're at that age where they're trying to figure out their next steps. One is talking about a job, an internship, finishing a degree, this and that, and they've all got different ideas of what that's going to mean for them, in the future. But interestingly enough, they end up on this road, and all of a sudden, they're like, the guy that's driving is like, hey, we should have been came up on this turn, you know. And one suggests, "Oh, you must have missed it." And he's like, "No, I've been looking at this road. There's been no turn. I've been going straight for for a while now." So they try to turn around and back out of here. And all of a sudden they come to a dead end, which makes no sense. You haven't made any turns. It's the same road they've been on, but suddenly going into the opposite direction, it's a dead end. So they turn around and keep driving. And suddenly, eventually they realize that this road is continuing to go on. There are no other ways to even get off the road. This is like an endless highway type of scenario. And eventually, when they do stop, all of a sudden, all of these people come out of the woods and rush their vehicles. So they jump back in the car, like, yo, we gotta just keep going. And it's crazy, man. It kind of goes on from there, man. I don't know. I feel like this is an allegory for something. Maybe this is some kind of meditation on life in general. Maybe don't be so crazily ambitious or accepting your fate, kind of thing. So it's actually was kind of interesting. I don't think it's going to show up any awards things or anything, but I had a good time watching it, man.
I,
Just
I, I,
meditating
I saw a
on the
movie this
scenario.
past October that was somewhat similar to that. It
Hmm.
was right now I cannot think of the name of it, but
Hmm.
this group of people they're in a camper and they don't call themselves doing like somebody's birthday weekend,
Hmm.
and they go to like a piece of road to where everything goes black, the car goes dead.
Mm.
And then it's you never see what's outside, that's
Hmm.
attacking them, but everybody something happens to everybody that gets out of the RV.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
it's
this was kind of interesting in the fact that they actually do encounter other vehicles on the road that seemingly were abandoned. Some of them have the drivers are right next to the car in a way. So my thinking is this road is continuous, but certain people are getting further along than others.
yeah, yeah.
And every time that they stop and they're still in the car, all of a sudden they got 90 seconds before people just start running out of the woods toward the vehicle, trying to get into the car. And seemingly, I think they are trying to escape this scenario. It's never really explained, but just kind of implied. And I would assume that the people that are chasing after them are other people that have got caught up into this endless loop,
Okay.
so to speak. So it does propose some interesting, questions. I think it is billed as a horror film, but I think it's more of a thriller, you know what I'm saying? I mean, once you kind of settle into the scenario, it's just more like, what are they going to do? You know what I'm saying? And what is the ultimate thing that's going to happen to this? Some people might find the ending a little bit like, but I think it was just fine for what it was. And like I said, it's not something that I think is going to be this profound film that a lot of people are going to be, remember or go back to a lot. But I think it is cool to, when I see something like this, it's a small idea, and just to see them execute it. This thing probably was done on a shoestring budget, man. The way it's filmed, I mean, if you check it out, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I
Okay.
do like these films that aren't like what do I say? They're not big budgeted, but they will take in a small idea and try to maximize it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something like, what if this road never ends? What if like, and
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy, man. And it starts messing with them. There's different psychological tolls being put on the different characters, and they all react to the scenario differently, based on, their backgrounds. Like there's one kid that really thinks that we're going to get out of this, and he keeps pushing, and the other ones are kind of, some of them are like, well, I guess this is what it's going to be, and another ones, they're all having different reactions to it. So I think this film is more of a philosophical film than straight up like a horror kind of thing. It is. I guess this scenario can be considered scary because you don't know what's going to happen. But I didn't think the film was necessarily very scary. But it was a bit thought provoking, and it's more, I think, in the thriller vein. But I had a good time with it, man. I don't think it's going to win any awards, but I think it's definitely worth checking out. It's called It Ends.
Okay.
So next one I'm gonna bring up is a film called Eternity, and I think I saw the trailer for this a few times over the past few weeks. In this film that's directed by David Freiney, in an afterlife where souls have 1 week to decide where to spend eternity, Joan is faced with the impossible choice between the man she spent her life with and her first love, who died young and has waited decades for her to arrive. And this film stars Elizabeth Olsen. She's Joan. We've also got Callum Turner, who plays Luke, one of the loves, and Miles Teller, also the other guy she's got to choose between. We've also got John Early, Betty Buckley, Olga Moretz, and Divine Joy Randolph, who I like a lot in the film. So
Yeah.
now that's probably giving me incentive to check this out. But what did you think of this, Courtney?
Really love the film. Joan is was married to Larry, and both of them die apart. And Luke is like her first husband that has been passed on and waiting for her. I thought this had some real nice concepts to it. The parts of it kind of reminded me of the Albert Brooks movie Defending Your Life because you have to pretty much make a choice,
Hmm.
making choices and stuff. But you're stuck whatever choice they make. They stuck for eternity with
Hmm.
between that and like parts of Beetlejuice. I just thought this was like a real interesting concept. I never really saw anything like this. And Divine Joy Randolph and John Early, they play like these. They pretty much tell the people, and kind of instruct them on what they need to do and everything. And I thought both of them had like interesting parts on that.
Hmm.
Like I said, it kind of parts of it kind of remind me of Beetlejuice and then Defending Your Life in a way. But it's without really ruining anything. I really just thought those was
Yeah, because I remember it just in the trailer. It looks like it gets to the points where she's trying to make the side, but then they've also taken into their own minds that they're going to try to make cases for themselves and kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
oppress her and
yeah.
start kind of getting a little buffoonish about it, So that looks like it could probably be a little bit fun. And especially too, like it looks like kind of like you said, the Beetlejuice. They've got a afterlife that's kind of explained with rules and departments and ideas, so that could be a little bit fun. I could see that, man. But
So
yeah, that's on my radar now, man. I'm gonna check that out because I think it might. Is it still in the
yeah, it's
theaters?
in
It might
theaters right
be.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been on I don't know if it's out on digital just yet, but not yet, not yet. But I can see that coming out soon in the next few weeks, though. Definitely. So my next one is gonna be Is This Thing On? And this film is directed by Bradley Cooper and starring Bradley Cooper. So
He
facing
played a
middle
small part
age.
in it.
Okay, so facing middle age and an impending divorce, Alex finds new purpose in the New York comedy scene while his wife Tess confronts the sacrifices she made for their family. And this film stars Will Arnett. We've also got Bradley Cooper, Laura Dern, Sean Hayes, Peyton Manning. Wow. Andra Day is also in this. We've also got Ciaran Hines, Emily Blunt, Amy Sedaris, and this is a packed cast in here. Christine Ebersole and Derek Gaines also pops up in this. So what'd you think about this one?
Really like the film. Glad that Bradley Cooper is directing. He's not really the main character in it. He just plays a side character, but it's pretty much Will Arnett goes, starts doing stand up, and he's divorcing Lauren Dern's character. And he's kind of doing this like on the side, without anybody really knowing. It's pretty much like he's doing therapy. He's just going up there and complaining about things that's going on with his life. I kind of thought that this was a small version of something like a Judd Apatow type film. It
Hmm.
it, it kind of goes different
Sort of
places,
like
and
funny people in a
yeah,
way.
it's like a low budget version of Funny People in a way, and I really just enjoyed it. You kind of see him going to the stand-up world because he's just an open micer and everything. But he doesn't get like big and famous or anything. But it's just like him, just to me, just having a bit of a therapy type session.
Yeah, yeah, that's because yeah, that's who it was. Because that's definitely that's Will Arnett in the trailer.
Yeah,
It seems like he's running up to the stage for the first time in a long
yeah.
time, or yeah. So that's what's up, man. So let's check this out. What else we got here? So I'm gonna go with Bugonia. This is a billed as a sci-fi comedy. Yorgos Lanthimos. He also did The Lobster and some other stuff out here. I think he did Pretty Little
Yeah, he
Things.
did.
And in this film, two conspiracy obsessed men kidnap the CEO of a major company when they become convinced that she's an alien who wants to destroy Earth. This stars Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, and Aiden Delbys. Those are our main people in here. We also got a small part from Alicia Silverstone. Yeah, I rather like this film, dude. I think this is one of those films like it wasn't so much the story that I think is the strength in this film. I think it's really the performances and the acting, man. Everyone is really on their A game and playing their parts. Emma Stone is the CEO of this company, and she's got CEO vibes, man. Like on one hand, she comes off as someone that's a bit nicer than we know CEOs to be that in our modern world, but also you could tell that that's kind of forced because right up under the edge, she's kind of just like the guys that know business wise and all that, and she can cut when she has to, um, stand up for herself and yeah, just wield the power that she's amassed in this world. But at the same time, we got Jesse Plemons in here and Aiden, and these guys are playing. I forgot what Plemons' character's name is in this. I'm not showing it on thing right away, but anyway,
Teddy,
he's the ringleader in this, right?
Teddy,
Okay, Eddie, and
Teddy.
Teddy, yeah, yeah, he's the ringleader of this thing, man. And this is just a guy that's totally just like bought into crazy conspiracies, and he thinks that she is an alien, disguised as a human and the CEO, and thus his kidnapping plot emerges, and he brings Don into this mess that this craziness, and Don is loyal to him to a fault, man. It's kind of crazy how that plays out in the film, but yeah, man, it just leads to some really crazy interactions, man. Because like after they get her and then they bring her into the house and they start interrogating her, and it's crazy. It's like a lot of this acting, at least is done through the eyes and just physical. Apart from the words that are being said, because it's a situation where she's fighting for her life. You know what I'm saying? Trying to convince these guys that she's not what they think she is, and even at some points, man, going along with it just to buy more time, you know what I'm saying? So she can figure out how to get out of this. And it's some really intense acting going on, man. Some crazy interactions, man. Some of the best you're probably going to see in a movie, this year. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
I liked it, but the big reveal, parts of that kind of annoyed me in
Hmm.
a way.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But everything that was building up to it, Teddy's kind of whacked out. Just conspiracy guy.
You think?
And it's kind of messed up how
Mhm.
how far he goes and some of the stuff that you find out that he's done to
Yeah,
other
yeah.
people.
Man,
Um, Big on
dude.
conspiracy stuff, but like I
This is
said, one of the big reveals in this kind of I'm kind of wish-washy on
yeah.
how everything goes in that.
Mhm.
Emma Stone is real good in this film. I like her as an actress. Yorgos Lanthimos. I was honestly going to try to give up on this film. I didn't see it in theaters. I got a screener of it,
Hmm.
but with Kinds of Kindness, I hated that film so much. His last film that he did
Hmm.
last year, and at that point I was thinking I was kind of somewhat burned out of him because he did pretty things, and then did that one like back to back. And
Hmm.
I guess like Emma Stone is like his muse now, so because he's had her in a lot of films.
Hmm.
But like I was saying, I'm glad I did come back around and watch this. But
Yeah, but that's why I was made the point to say that I think the acting is the really strong point here. I mean, the
yeah,
story is okay, and I think it does kind of whiff on the ending. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Once we get to that, but the ride up until that point is pretty fantastic, man. Especially when she eventually turns the tables. You know what I'm saying? It kind
Yeah.
of like it's there's a lot of like jousting and chess being played between these characters, man. Like, and I think that's probably the fun, the entertainment value that comes in watching this film, and the fact
What
too
what
that you've got really great actors, working this material, you know.
and one of the things that he does to her, I mean, she does to him. That was probably one of the most messed up things I think I've ever seen a person do.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, it gets crazy, man. It gets wild, man. It's very intense, man. Because like you said, the trailer it just gives you enough to set it up, and it just goes to places I really didn't expect to go, man. I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thought it was just going to be mostly like a conversational film, which it kind of is, but there are some really crazy moments, going off in this thing, man. It's wild, dude. I'm gonna go with Wicked for Good. And this is a musical fantasy, the sequel to the film Wicked, and from 20, I think what was that, 2022, 2023,
No,
that
that was
that
last year.
last one came out.
Yeah, that was last year. This was last
Was
year.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. All right, my bad. So, it's directed by John M. Chu, M. Chu, did Crazy Rich Asians and the Wicked film. This film, now demonized as the Wicked Witch of the West, Elphaba lives in exile in the Ozian forest, while Glinda resides at the palace in Emerald City, reveling in the perks of fame and popularity. As an angry mob rises against the Wicked Witch, she'll need to reunite with Glinda to transform herself and all of ours for good. And we're back. We got Ariana Grande playing Glinda, Cynthia Erivo, Elphaba. We've also got Jonathan Bailey, Ethan Slater, Marissa Bold, Jeff Goldblum is back, as well as Michelle Yeoh. We've also got Peter Dinklage in this, and Coleman Domingo. I did not recognize him as the Cowardly Lion. Wow. We've also got Bowen Yang back in this thing. And yeah, I think that's it for our main people. Some of these people have also returned from the original film. But what'd you think about this?
Parts of this to me, I just felt like it kind of drug on places of it. I overall
Hmm.
liked the film, but the first part of it, I thought, that we had last year, I thought was a better film.
Hmm.
Parts of this seemed like it was just rushed, and they were trying to fit too many pieces together, especially all this stuff about Dorothy and all that. It just
I think
overall
that
that
was
just
kind of
seemed like a bit
cool.
of a rush job.
I think that was kind of cool though to show how
I,
Dorothy's story was running parallel to some of these events. My biggest thing about it,
I
I do think the first film is better too, but I think the best film is better because I think more was happening in that
yeah,
film. I feel like we spent a lot of time with Alfalfa and Glinda's relationship, which ate up a lot of the scenes in this film. But
yeah,
also that is kind of the strength of this film because I think when we get deeper into the later half their relationship and all that stuff starts coming together, especially when they kind of reunite and start looking out for each other to kind of conquer this greater evil,
yeah,
which is the wizard and all that. But yeah, I think the first film had more going on because we got way more backstory. We got Alfaba's story. We got the story with the animals going on. We're getting introduced to a lot of ideas and concepts. Even the way they built the monkeys up and all that. Like we
yeah,
got a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
like it was a lot of that. Whereas
It's
I
a,
think
it's a lot more discovery in the
yeah,
first
yeah.
film, and
Hmm.
there's a lot of neat like design, a lot of designs, and like you introduce it as world. It's
Hmm.
a little bit more fanciful in the first
Yeah.
film.
Hmm.
This one is, like I said, it's I liked it, but overall, they were trying to puzzle piece a lot of things, events
You know what
together.
dragged to me though? The moments with the boyfriends, like
Yeah,
Alfaba
yeah,
and the
yeah,
guy's thing was kind of stretched out, and then the sister and her relationship with that guy, I was like, yeah, we
yeah,
don't need
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But then that kind of was used as an explanation for the for some of the other characters like the
But
the lion and all these other. But yeah, but it
yeah,
was kind of weird.
but to me, those seem like events that might have happened 5 to 10 years ago. But it just like those instances happen where you have the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, and then the Cowardly Lion. All that just seemed like it just rushed through. You're introduced to
Yeah,
why they were doing done. This was done happened to them, and then all
yeah.
of a sudden that
Yeah, I don't know the
they
source
go on a
material that
quest.
well,
Yeah,
but honestly, I feel like you could have done without the Scarecrow origin and the Cowardly Lion. You could have just threw them as companions with Dorothy, off
yeah,
and let
yeah.
that go how it was going. Because like I
But the
said,
introduction and that just seemed like it was a little bit
yeah,
rushed. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I
yeah.
just
And they were kind of just wedged in because the
yeah,
sister, she didn't have to have that guy, they could have had a different play on that. Yeah, it just
yeah,
felt jammed in and an already long film, bro. This thing
yeah.
was, what is this? We're pushing about no, this was actually shorter than the original, I think. 2 hours, 17 minutes, but still, like, yeah, yeah. After a while, like there are things in there that I think came around really late too, as well as like, the animal stuff, that we kind of finally see them, but it's not till like the middle of the film, and toward the end, you're like, yo, what happened to all the animals? And
Yeah, and that,
so
and also I think the music might have been some of the songs in the first film might have been a little bit better
oh
than
yeah, they were better.
yeah.
Definitely, the music
I
was better, but it wasn't bad. It was because
yeah,
like
yeah,
you still got Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, and they can make anything sound good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, yeah, I think it's a good sequel. Doesn't surpass the original, but I did like I said, I think the core of this film was mainly about Elphaba and Glinda's relationship
Relationship,
and
yeah.
how they brought that full circle, and I think it does a good job for that. I feel like they're probably going to go into this world again. We might get, I don't know if these characters are going to come back, but I think we're going to get expanded, Oz stuff now because they made so much
I,
money off of this. I could definitely see them doing at least one more film or maybe a mini series.
I really wouldn't mind them just going through some of the books and just retelling those books.
Hmm.
Like I know it's like what do you call it when public domain right now, but
Hmm.
it's a lot of like interesting source material, with some of the characters in that universe.
Yeah, that's what I've
That
heard.
yeah, that it's I'm not fully into it, but I think it's a lot of interesting concepts that little things that I know about it. So
Hmm.
different characters that have like adventures like kind of like Dorothy did, but
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Yeah, because then I don't know if that was one of the books. I remember the movie Return to Oz, which I just got my hands on a copy, so I'm gonna rewatch that
I haven't
soon just
got
to go back through that because I remember
yeah,
that being kind of dark, bro. Like just the character designs and stuff in
yeah,
that thing,
yeah,
and
yeah,
what they lobotomizing Dorothy or something, or that girl. I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
even know if
yeah,
that was Dorothy, but somebody
yeah.
was getting lobotomized. They was, you
Yeah,
know
Fairuza
what?
Balk. That was a young Fairuza Balk that plays her in that film.
Yeah, this is kind of reminding me of was they lobotomizing people in what was that dang movie? The Snyder
Sucker
movie.
Punch.
Yeah, Sucker Punch.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Was
yeah, yeah.
that- Yeah, man. So they had the lobotomies going on. I was like, whoa, because I was a little kid. I didn't know what a lobotomy was, man. I'm like 8 years old trying to
Yeah,
watch that thing.
yeah, but like in some of the books, Dorothy isn't like the main character that gets into adventures in Oz. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? It's other kids
Yeah.
that you know things
Hmm.
happen to. Some stuff I
Yeah.
think might be gender bending too at one point. I that I
Mm.
that I think some of the stories I kind of somewhat remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff on my deck, man. I gotta watch a lot of movies, man. I've been grabbing stuff, but I ain't had a chance to watch it, man. So I'm gonna try to get through some of that in these upcoming weeks. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
I've I've
So
been
hopefully
watching a
we'll
lot
have
of
more to.
screen. I've been watching a lot of screeners. Neon, when like I'm in a critics association, so Neon sends you like a book of
Hmm.
everything that they had, this year, and the new okay, can't think of the Korean director right now, but his
Oh, is
newest
it Bong Joon-ho or is it
Yeah,
Park
I
Chan
think
Wook?
his newest film is like in
Is
that
it Park
box set. So
Chan?
I'm
Yeah, I got that one too. I think it's called Nowhere to Go or some shit. Or
something like that.
yeah.
I already had that, and that doesn't come out until Christmas, so I can't really wait to watch that one. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, but it's a lot of stuff that I was able to see that Shelby Oaks a couple weeks ago, and I kind of agree with what you said about it.
Hmm. It was trying. I think it was it felt like a bunch of other films just kind of mashed together. It's
Yeah,
had a
yeah,
hard time finding its own identity.
yeah.
But some people say they loved it, man. I don't know. I wasn't
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I didn't. I saw that, and there's one called The Keeper that Osgood Perkins made that
Hmm.
I didn't care much for.
Yeah, because Neon, they're one of my favorite studios. Usually when I do check out stuff from them, it's pretty solid. I
Yeah,
like the Life of Chuck, that was earlier this year. They
yeah.
also put out
That might be one of my favorite films of the year, and it kind of got me through
yeah.
some stuff, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, they also put out the Monkey and Presents. That was also them.
Yeah,
Did they
yeah.
do the Black Bag? Nah. Okay. All right. So they got Keeper out here as well. Sentimental Value. Be hearing buzz about that one. Sentimental Value. And also, this it was just an accident movie too. They've been talking about that. Boom.
Yeah,
So that's what's up.
all of those in that year nine box set. So
Hmm. Yeah. So that's what's up, man. But yeah, I think we can get out of here, man. We're going to try to get to the theaters soon. I got my Avatar ticket, man. So I'm gonna go see
I,
that on Sunday coming
yeah,
up, man.
I'm seeing it this Tuesday. Next Tuesday, day
Yeah,
before Christmas Eve.
yeah, I'm gonna go Sunday with my roommate, man. We got the 4:30 show, so really looking forward to that, man. And it's kind of weird because I don't feel like you could spoil avatars. Like when Avatar come out, I never worry about people spoiling it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like even though everyone sees it, because there's no way these things can make this much money. Because I feel like some of the critics, man, they get on their high horse about
yeah,
Avatar and they curse me out. I'm like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. I like it.
yeah.
I couldn't really
I
tell
agree
you.
with you, Corey.
Like, I'm there for the spectacle, and they give it to me. And from what I'm hearing, advanced buzz on this one, they're saying this might be the best one yet. Because I feel like I like part two, but I think it was a slight downgrade from part one. But I do appreciate the world building, man. Because them underwater sequences was amazing, man, and the
Yeah,
whale
yeah.
culture and all that was kind of cool. So I think this is gonna be
How many more movies does he have in this series?
man. He said it will be seven, but
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so.
they said they ain't really want to do this one. But then when that last one made like $2 billion, they was like, all right, man, you got it, dude. You got it.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
what you want. So I forgot what he said. He said he'll keep making them. I don't know I don't know what's going on. I would like to see him do something else before he checks
Yeah,
out of here
I kind
and
of
retires.
that battle angel Athena. I kind of wish that he could go back to that, or at least produce for
If he
Robert
did the
Rodriguez.
sequel, if he directed the sequel, I think they let him do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If he was
I
like,
wouldn't mind
I'll direct it.
Rodriguez making the sequel, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just want something else from
Yeah, me too, man. I
yeah.
want something else just to see what's going on in his mind. There's been talks of another Terminator thing, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of he gassed out. Even though if he did one, I would definitely be eager to watch it.
I know.
I don't know. I want to see what else is in his brain, man. Like,
Yeah,
give
yeah.
us something else, something new. But I think that's it, folks. We're going to get out of here and we're going to catch y'all next time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow us, turn on notifications, and we're going to be back soon with more. I might do a year end wrap up. I don't know yet. I'm no, this
I don't know.
so
I was sick a couple weeks ago, and I'm kind of out of touch with a lot of things. I've been
yeah.
getting watching a bunch of screeners. I hadn't been in the theater in like
Hmm.
I hadn't been in the theater all month. Probably since before
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. But
Hmm.
I'm Cornelius Bros. You can find me on Facebook, Cornelius Bros, on Instagram, Cornelius Bros, and TikTok,